Y'all, this is absolutely beautiful and delicious. Let me get a little closer. See that? It's a new recipe I'm trying today. Kale has already tried it. I've tasted, promise it's tasted. It is really, really good. And y'all are fixing to see me make this delicious dish. So see y'all in a little bit. Good morning. I'm Rose from Grandma Rose's Open Pantry. And I've got Promise and Kale here today. And I am going to be making a recipe that Jill, my daughter, sent me. I'm not sure what it's called. I haven't named it yet, and there wasn't a name on it. But it's got pineapple, smoked sausage, peppers, onions, rice. So it's pineapple, got to be good. So I have some beef smoked sausage here, and I have some Eckrich smoked sausage. They're not beef, they're pork. So part of it's beef, part of it's pork. And I'm just cutting it in like bite-sized pieces like this. And I got my pan behind me heating up. It looks really, really good. So I'm hoping, Jill said, my grandson Kurt made it a couple of days ago. And she said, Mom, it was delicious. I'm making a little bit more than what the recipe calls for. Because we've got several here today to eat it. So I'm just putting a little bit more sausage and a little bit more rice. Okay, so I put a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan. Promise, come here, baby. I put a little bit of oil in the bottom of the pan just to kind of caramelize. Can you move it up a little bit? Just to kind of caramelize the sausage some. And I'm going to put my onions. This is a cup of onions. And I've got them in like kind of big chunks. So I'm just going to saute this. It doesn't call for carrots, but to make it a little bit heartier, I put carrots in mine. And I put my carrots in now because it takes them longer to cook. And so I want them to get done about the same time everything else does. And I've got it on medium high. It calls for a cup of rice. I've got a little over a cup right here that I have rinsed really well. It's jasmine rice. We're also going to be using some gluten-free. This is going to be gluten-free. So I've got gluten-free soy sauce, apple cider vinegar, pineapple chunks. It calls for chicken broth, but I had bone broth in the freezer. That's bone broth that I make myself. And I cook it like 12 hours in the crock pot. So I took some of that out. And I'm going to put broccoli in mine just to make it a heartier dish. Y'all know me. I hardly ever go by the recipe, but if I need to add a little bit more, if I need to substitute, I do that. So we're going to cook this until my onions get translucent. Really, I'm going to cook mine a little bit longer than that because I want my onions to kind of caramelize and I want my sausage to kind of caramelize, and that's going to take probably 3 or 4 or 5 minutes. So as soon as that starts happening, I'll bring you back. We're going to put all this other in there except the broccoli, and I'll put that in like 2 or 3 minutes before it gets done because I just want to steam them a little bit. So right now we're just waiting on our peppers, onions, and sausage to caramelize. So we'll be back. All right, my peppers and onions and sausage are beginning to caramelize, and they're getting some of that sediments down in the bottom. So this is when I'm going to add a whole can of pineapple with the juice. And I turned it up on high so it would caramelize better, but I'm turning it back down now to medium high. All right, that was 1 can of pineapple chunks with juice. Okay. To that, this is, and I measured it out, 2 tablespoons of gluten-free soy sauce. You can find that at Kroger, Amazon, different places. Different grocery stores have it. All right, now to this, we are going to add 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And I don't have the kind with the mother in it, so I used it all the other day. So this is just plain apple cider vinegar. Okay. All right. It doesn't call for salt and pepper, but I'm going to put pepper. And I know my bone broth has salt. I know the soy sauce is salty. The sausage is salty. So I'm just going to wait until it gets almost done before I see if I need to put salt in it. Okay. Now to this, I'm going to add my rice. And that was a little over a cup of rice. Just like not even a cup and a fourth. Just a little bit over. All right. Now, I've got, this is my bone broth, and I'm going to strain it into this cup so I'll know how much. It calls for 2 cups, but I'm going to put 3 in it. And that's 1 cup since I put a little bit of extra rice. Okay. And my broth has, I cooked it with onions and salt and pepper. All right, that's 2 cups. It has some sediments in the bottom, which I do not want in here. So that's the reason I'm straining it. All right, 3 cups. Okay, now I'm going to put a lid on this, and I'm going to let it cook for about 30 minutes. I can taste of it right now and tell if it's going to need salt, and I'll do that. Oh, it didn't call for garlic, but I chopped up some garlic, 3 garlic cloves, and put in it, just because I know it's going to be good. Okay. I'm going to taste of it, see about the salt content. It's going to need salt, especially since we put that rice in it. So, okay. All right. I'm going to put a lid on this. I'm going to turn it down to like medium low, and I'm going to let it cook for 30 minutes, and then we will be back, and we're going to taste and see how it tastes. Okay. It cooked 30 minutes, and it's a beautiful dish. Beautiful dish. And I have already spooned some out. And Kale is, I told y'all Kale and Promise was here today. And so Kale is going to give it a taste. And he's going to give me a thumbs up, aren't you? It is the first time we have ever tried this. So Kale, I want you to taste of it. And I want you to, and it's real hot, so don't get a big spoonful, okay? And I put my broccoli in about 5 or 6 minutes before it got done. So, okay, just really, all right. Now, the broccoli's probably not real hot. The rice is going to be hot. Okay? He loves broccoli, so that's the first thing he went for. Oh, and he eats everything separate. So he will pick out his rice. He'll pick out the pineapple. He'll pick out He'll pick out the broccoli and eat each one. So, okay, I
don't do it with stuff like this.
Oh, okay. I want you to taste some of the rice.
You just said the rice was hot, so I was doing it.
Right, yeah. I told him the rice was hot, so that's the reason he was doing it that way. Okay, I'm going to pull that over. Is it still hot, baby? Mm-hmm. Okay, try it now. Promise is over there giving him. Maybe it's not hot now. Thumbs up, y'all. It's good, isn't it? It's really good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is what we're eating for lunch. Delicious, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Okay, thank y'all for joining us this morning. Try this. It's really, really good. Promise didn't think she was going to like it, but she's even going to try it. So, but if she doesn't, we're going to give her a ham sandwich. So, all right. Love y'all. See you next time. Food feeds the family. Family feeds the heart. God feeds the soul. Put deliciousness, and this is delicious, and gluten-free. No sugar added, and healthy food. So we'll see y'all next time. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. Please subscribe, please share, please comment on this video. But what I really came back on here to tell you was my recipe for this is in the description box. Under the name of this recipe, you'll see more. Click on that, and then it'll pull down what the description I give you of this. And then when it gets through with the description, it'll have more. Click on that, and the recipe is always, always down below that. So click on the name, click on my channel, the name of the recipe, more, and then more. You hit more 2 times, and that'll bring up the recipe. See y'all next time.